Hi everyone, welcome back for another video. I'm Isabel, a book lover and an aspiring author. I tried filming this video upstairs, but it's the holidays and there are just too many people at home between my husband and my in-laws and the cat, so I've come back down here again. I know that the image quality may not be the best, but this is the best place I have to film at this point. Hopefully once people go back to work when the holidays are over, then I can start experimenting with other parts of the house. But for now we're down here, so I thought I would make the most of it and put on some purple lights and get colorful. And we're hanging out again with Elsa over here, and then my husband's like tarot astrological tapestry behind me. I hope you've all had a great start to your year, all things considered, of course. In last week's video, I looked back at 2020 and my writing progress and almost the progression of my writing journey. So if you are interested in hearing how my mindset towards writing actually shifted over the course of the year, then definitely go check out that video. I'll have it linked in the cards above and then also down below in the description box. So this week, I'm going to look ahead and discuss all the things that I hope to achieve in 2021. All right, let's start with my writing goals. Writing goal number 1, finish my horror novel. I have the first draft done, and I've done a lot of planning for the second draft, but there's still more planning to do because I want to make sure that with this second draft, I really know what I'm doing as I write it so that I'm not wasting time or words. With the first draft, I was very experimental, which I'm really glad about because of course you have to experiment to find what you like and what will work for that story. But I'm at the point now where I want to be a little more careful with the words I'm putting down so I'm not wasting more time and energy. So I'm going to continue to work on my outline, but I am hoping that I can write that second draft by the end of this month. That is kind of a daunting goal because the first draft was only about 50,000 words, and I know that I'll have to add at least 20,000 words, maybe even 30,000 or more to finish this second draft. But I did kind of take December as a slower writing month, so I am feeling refreshed and I'm hoping that I can put all my energy this month into finishing that second draft. And then going beyond that, after I'm done the second draft, then depending on how I'm feeling about the project and if I see it going anywhere in the future, then I would be interested in finding critique partners and showing it to family and friends as well to get all their feedback. And then based on their feedback, I would write a third draft and then again hopefully complete all the structural and line edits by the end of this spring. Writing goal number 2, write 2 more books this year. I've already started outlining another book that I am excited to write. This one will not be horror, it's very different. It'll be more of a contemporary romance, new adult novel. So I am very excited about that. And for that, again, my goal is to outline that book throughout January and February. And then when I am taking a break from my horror project, then I can switch and start drafting this other one. I don't have a detailed plan beyond that, but if I do keep up the momentum I've started, then I think it's pretty realistic that I could finish 2 more books this year other than the horror novel. And my stretch goal would be to write 3 more books this year because that is a stretch, but it's possible if I stay disciplined without getting burnt out. My third and last writing goal is to write 1 short story every month. I worked on a couple of short stories last year and I did really enjoy the process. And I do think it's a good way to develop your writing skills. I know that it will get exhausting to write 1 short story every month, especially on top of my ambitious writing schedule with finishing the novel I'm working on and writing a couple more this year. But to help me complete this goal, I enrolled in Susan Dennard's Story a Month challenge, which I will link below. I may not actually follow every writing prompt that she sends out if I do have another idea that I feel like writing that month, but I'm still hoping that having that challenge there will keep me accountable and will also create a community element. My second category of goals are my reading goals. Last year I read 25 books. That's not a bad number at all. I'm still proud of that number, but looking back, I think I could have read more, and I definitely want to increase that number for this year. Last year I found myself reaching for a lot of shorter nonfiction books, which were all great reads, but I just wasn't reading as much fiction as I used to. And for me personally, fiction is a way for me to relax and have fun. So this brings me to my first reading goal, which is to read 40 books in 2021. This may seem like a big jump from 25 to 40, but I think it is doable for me if I stick to my second goal, which is to read more audiobooks. Before COVID, I did listen to audiobooks fairly regularly, but I would often listen to them while commuting to work. But last year, I didn't have any commute anymore, so I ended up reading only physical books and mostly just before going to bed. And even though I don't have any expectation of commuting a lot in 2021 either, I do think that I can increase my audiobook listening time as an activity just for fun. For Christmas, I actually received a few coloring books, and in the past week I've actually started to listen to audiobooks while coloring. So I'm planning to use reading while coloring as a new way for me to wind down and read books on a regular basis this year. Alright, and finally onto my professional goals. I'm calling these professional, but when I say that, I mean to do with my social media, like my YouTube and my Instagram, and a couple of other things that I will get into as I discuss the goals. So my first professional goal is to build a website and start a blog. I have the domain name for my website already, but I haven't done anything else. So like, I still need to create the layout and write the copy, and I'm sure there's a million other things that I haven't even considered yet because I still have to start that process. If anyone has tips or recommendations for creating a website, then please let me know, as this is something I've never done before. As for the blog, I haven't planned out the content too much yet. I'm not sure if I'll be posting like short articles regularly on my blog, but at least it'll be the central hub of my online presence. My second professional goal is that I would like to create a mailing list and a newsletter. This isn't an urgent goal of mine yet because, to be honest, at this point, I'm working on building up my online presence, and so there's honestly not that much that's newsworthy yet. But I would like to have a mailing list and newsletter set up by the end of the year. My last goal is to maintain a consistent video upload schedule here on YouTube. I'm planning to upload video once a week, every week in 2021, except maybe if I do pre-plan any vacation time. If not in the summer, then at the end of the year. But that still means that I need to create almost 50 videos, which does sound like a lot, but I think that with a lot of organization and scheduling, it is possible. I know a lot of people do upload a video every week, like that's pretty standard, I would say, for professional YouTubers, if not to post even twice or 3 times a week. But for me, my priority is still writing, so I need to make sure that I'm still giving the majority of my time to doing everything that's involved with writing a book. But I think that YouTube will be a complementary project that kind of uses a different part of my brain, but is still productive and creative. So I am excited to do it, but I've got to make sure I am really organized so that I have a balance between creating a video a week, but also being disciplined with writing regularly too. So there you have it. Those are my goals for 2021. If you enjoyed this video, please like it down below and subscribe for more content on reading and writing and just anything generally book related. Leave a comment below as well, letting me know what your goals are for this year. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in my next video.